Hey, everybody, how are you? This is Pastor Paul with another midday encouragement. I'm really glad to be back with you. And, it's February. This is the time that we celebrate love. Every commercial you see, well, not every commercial, but just about every commercial you see on television now has something to do with love and romance and caring and sharing. And that's a good thing that we focus on love, especially in times like these. But I think that there's something that we really need to discuss today, and I want to talk about radiating love. I looked up the definition of the word radiate, and it means to push out from a center. So it means that we're supposed to be the source, radiating out the love of God that we have in our hearts. In fact, I think it's very important that we understand something, though, before we get into a conversation about loving others. In Matthew 22, 34 through 39, we always use scripture as a basis for our conversations. It says, "But when the Pharisees had heard that he, meaning Jesus, had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question." So here's the question. He was tempting him, saying, "Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Jesus said to him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and all thy mind. This is the first and the great commandment." Okay. Then he says, "And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." Very powerful scripture there. And I wanted us to focus on verse 39, which says, "And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." Now, the Message makes that just a little clearer. It says, love others as well as you love yourself. So the question for today is, how well do you love yourself? Because it is really going to dictate how well we're able to love others. Really, honestly, we've got to learn to love ourselves, to forgive ourselves, to think well of ourselves, to treat ourselves well in order for us to be able to love others. Because many of us, we struggle. We feel guilty. Some of us say love ourselves. I put out just a little thought about a week or so ago, and it says, if loving yourself is wrong, then just be wrong. We've got to embrace the idea of loving us. This is so very important, because it's only when we're able to love ourselves that we're able to really, truly love others. We're not going to be able to forgive others if we're holding things within about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so I really love the way Jesus put this: love your neighbor as you love yourself. Make sure you love you first. Make sure that you're good to you first, that you're kind to you first. And then that helps you to be in a healthy state of mind and emotion so that you can love other people. Something that I had to learn myself. I was giving out so much to other people and I neglected myself. And what happened is that I was weak because I wasn't feeding myself love and care. I wasn't looking out for me, but I was trying to look out for everybody else. I don't mean to stop loving people. I don't mean to stop making people a priority. But what I do mean is that we need to make ourselves a priority too. We need to make sure that we are mentally and spiritually, physically, emotionally sound, stable, and healthy, so that we're in a place where we can give the best quality of love to those who are around us. Jesus said that we're supposed to love the Lord our God with all our heart, our mind, and our soul. He says that the second is like unto it, to love your neighbor as yourself. And he said, upon these two things hang all the law and the prophets. So it shows us how very important it is. The lawyer trying to tempt Jesus said, which is the most important? Jesus says, loving God is number one. And then he says, loving people as we love ourselves is number two. That is so strong. So as we enter this season of love, as we go forward toward Valentine and we think about loving our family, our friends, loving our spouses, let's remember that in order for the love that we give out to be healthy, we have got to love ourselves. I hope that what I shared today has been a blessing to you. I hope that it's beneficial. And I just want to encourage you this week, not just this week. Let's do this every day. Radiate love. God bless.